Hey, what's up? Welcome to DGenEd. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having fun looking at charts like the chart behind me, which is of Aquestive Therapeutics, ticker symbol AQST. And so here I am recording this on the evening of Thursday, May 9th, and Aquestive closed on the day at a price of $3.29, being up just over 6.5% on the day and continuing up a couple pennies in the after hours. And so I wanted to go over Aquestive because I just think the chart's really cool. And unfortunately, I don't think this video is going to be that popular, but I just kind of wanted to go over, my breakdown of what I see, mainly for my purposes, because I think it's interesting and maybe it's helpful for you guys. Share what you think in the comments down below. Happy to hear from you. And so basically, I just want to talk about this one because I had previously done a video on it where I pointed out this inverse head and shoulders pattern here. And I started to accumulate some shares right around here, thinking that 250 would be a great price to accumulate at. Because I saw that from this inverse head and shoulders, you get a measured move up to that neckline, move it to the break, and price will be going up to around $4 a share. And so my thesis was I'm going to buy it here at 250 and I'm going to hold it up until $4 a share. But then it came down a lot more here. Well, actually, wait, no, sorry. So this is the shoulder. It came down a lot more here than I expected. So kind of forming a handle from the cup that was that right shoulder and then kind of doing that again. So it's like an inverse head and shoulders, cup and handle, and then break. So it was about 2 months time over here. And I lost faith in my analysis. I lost faith in my conviction. And so I sold at like a 10% profit when I could have, more than 2x'd. Because it went up to not only $4 a share, but over $6 a share. I, of course, probably would not have held it that high, but I just think it's a remarkable chart. And I've kind of ignored it because it wasn't that popular of a video. There wasn't a demand for me to do a follow-up. And so I just kind of let it go. But then I was curious just looking at some charts today. And actually, I noticed this a week ago that it might be coming down to this white uptrending level, which was the neckline, also known as the scene of the crime. And so the stock price has returned or retraced to the scene of the crime. And so I'm wondering if there might be a bounce from this level, whether that's getting up to the green line here at $3.69, $4 back into the sixes, maybe even higher, maybe to fill this gap here around $5 a share. Who knows? But, I just think that this is really interesting. And I've also, just kind of been thinking about, well, this is a little bit below $3.50 right before a Friday. And so I wonder what their options chain looks like because maybe I could pick up, just hypothetically, 100 shares at $3.30 and then maybe sell a covered call with a strike of $3.50. Maybe price goes that high, maybe it doesn't. This is a company that I have learned about and I am intrigued by them. And so, I wouldn't even mind, if it did dip more. I could just hold through that, no big deal. But if it does rally, maybe this is a nice way to kind of swing into and out of a trade. And so if I do look over at the options table, which I'm actually just going to remove that banner at the top so you can see, just go into the options button here to look at the options table. And so unfortunately, Aquestive only does monthly contracts, but they, so that's what we're working with. And so May 17th is the next expiration. And so for the strike of $3.50, so being about 20 cents above, the current price, the sell or the bid for it is 10 cents. And so that's 100 shares times 10 cents. That is $10. And so if I were to, let's say, buy 100 shares at $3.30, that's $330. And then I could sell a covered call and get $10 for that. So that would then put my position, my investment at $320. And so that would be my risk. But looking at the chart, I do feel like it has found support. I do think that it will be respecting this level, and I do think it will be bouncing. Maybe it bounces higher than 350 in the next couple of weeks. I would then be risking $330, get $10 on premium, and then would get $20 if it then closed on the 17th at or above $3.50. So that would be a net of about $30 profit, risking $330. So that's not really too bad. And that also kind of removes the emotion because I am setting the trade based on the options table. And so, if it does go up to 349, let's say, or maybe 360, I want to keep holding it to get to 369 or $4. Maybe it gets rejected from those levels and comes back. And so I do feel like that's kind of a nice way to get in and out of a trade. And this one would, of course, be lasting, through next week until next Friday. And so it'd be nicer if, the expiration for the option, the call, was tomorrow on the 10th. But if it's on the, let's see, from the table on the 17th, that's next Friday, that could be a nice little swing to make $30. Or, just establish a position at a level that has acted as resistance numerous times, and it has not yet acted as support until just recently. And so I do think what we're seeing now is going to be a bounce off of the level, and I do think that we will be seeing it going to at least $3.50. So I think that's a nice little swing. Currently don't have a position, but I was just thinking about that and wanted to share because, I am interested in stocks, I'm interested in companies, but what I want to do is get better at trading, in and out, making money. I want to be in the making money business, not the stock holding business. And I feel like this could be a nice swing trade, but also could be one that I'd be happy with holding because there are these other levels to the downside. I could then get my average down if it does pull back. But anyways, those are just my thoughts I wanted to share. If you found them helpful, make sure you like the video, share your thoughts in the comments down below, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks a lot for watching, and it was such a fun day with all the streams. Take care, you guys.